Wake up, Cincinnati. You've made it to Friday. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for December 12th. A series of disability-related incidents investigated by Cincinnati's Citizen Complaint Authority has raised concerns about police training and conduct. At its December meeting, the agency reviewed 5 cases involving people with physical, developmental, or communication challenges, ranging from a deaf man tased during an arrest to a paralyzed man whose wheelchair was left behind. Director John Kennedy Jr. said he grouped the cases to emphasize, quote, a potential need for policy change. While no disciplinary actions were confirmed, Kennedy urged better officer training around disabilities. Any changes must be approved by City Manager Cheryl Long. You can read more about this in the Inquirer. Cincinnati-based Daffin Development has purchased a long vacant building at Vine and West Court Streets with plans to convert it into 19 market-rate apartments and several ground-floor commercial spaces. The $1.84 million acquisition follows years of vacancy after a failed renovation effort by former owner Vision and Beyond, which is now facing lawsuits and accusations of abandonment. Daffin is seeking city incentives and Ohio Historic Preservation tax credits, aiming to preserve historic features like tile floors and marble walls. Construction could begin by the middle of next year. Read more about this in the Cincinnati Business Courier. The Cincinnati Development Fund has received a $400,000 grant from the Mass Mutual Foundation to expand its affordable housing leverage fund. The fund helps local developers overcome early financing hurdles to build and preserve affordable housing. CDF says the funding will allow it to support more catalytic projects, helping meet Cincinnati's rising housing demand. The organization noted growing national interest in its model, which has now attracted both philanthropic and corporate support. A separate $200,000 grant from the Key Bank Foundation was awarded in November for the same effort. You can read about this at CityBeat. Cincinnati home values are expected to rise 1.6% in 2026, outpacing the national average of 1.2%, according to a new Zillow forecast. The housing market is showing signs of renewed activity, with local home sales in Butler, Claremont, Hamilton, and Warren counties up 2.4% year over year through November. Despite median prices climbing, more sellers are cutting listing prices, with average October discounts reaching $20,000. Nationally, Zillow predicts easing mortgage costs and steady demand will drive a modest recovery, although single-family construction may dip to its lowest level since 2019. Read more about this in the Business Courier. And a new initiative aims to help independent restaurants in Greater Cincinnati facing ongoing financial strain. The Horizon Community Foundation has partnered with the Chowdown Cincinnati community to launch the Chowdown Cares Fund, offering discrete stabilization grants for eateries impacted by rising costs, labor shortages, and shifting customer patterns. With federal relief programs expired, the fund steps in to fill a critical gap, transforming informal community support into a structured local safety net. Organizers are currently fundraising and building awareness, with distribution to begin through nonprofit partners. Read more about this at Soapbox Cincinnati. If you haven't already, do sign up for our free daily newsletter. It's basically this newscast in written form. Go to wakeupcincy.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupcincy. And please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Cincinnati. Have a sunny weekend.